to be, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't going like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give right side for Pacheco. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Browns at 11-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Valdez-Scantling in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. 7 yards there and a first down. Lawrence going to move him around a bit. Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
And they're using that in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Again, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll find more on the comeback route. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
No timeout.
Here's Pacheco on the read option. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line. 3 down, he's coming.
Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Watson. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
11, Hackett.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have the a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
From the 50, it's Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. A short throw to Ingram. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now Lawrence changing the play. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Watson now going to run the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. Here's Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll set up a throw. Out to his left. Touchdown! Elijah Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Hey, Ron!
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Right, let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, kill!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on second is Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Watson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 11 back on that. That leads to 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now it's Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Watson on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
York able to send this one through, and they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
30 left.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Watson. They'll roll him out right.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2, Watson. Forced out to his left. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Watson down to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. To throw is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snap. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. That ball is caught. Marquez Here's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Pacheco. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To throw, Watson. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. This is 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Watson.
Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all. There he goes, right side.
Now look out, Travis Etienne.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. What we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field. They haven't been able to get these runners down very well. I have a feeling they'll be in pads a lot next week, working on their tackling.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Watson to throw. Complete. Valdez-Scantling.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watson.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this